with the promise of brighter tomorrow. Happy 2021. No one can go back in the time to change what has happened. So, work on your present to make yourself wonderful future. Happy New Year. And happy Kalpataru, my sister, my friends, my constant support. I wish you all of the blessing of the world that you deserve. Happy Kalpataru. Welcome. When you learning calculus, there is a shift. First function of one variable, then two variable and more than higher variable. Lot of incident have which occurs in one variable but does not occur in two variable. But if you know two variable, then same thing happen in higher variable. I have discussed in my previous video about function of more than one variable. I have indicated you why the points are vectored in function of more than one variable. And I also indicate the definition of neighborhood, open set, limit point, closed set. At first, I recommended you please go through this video. Then today's video will be so easy. Okay? Let us take some example in higher dimension. Now, I try to generalize fxy equal to x square plus y square. This is the parabola. Since it is higher dimension, this is called paraboloid. Okay? This is the graph. At the point 0, 0, it gives the value 0, 0. For example, actually, it is nothing. It is like a sum ball. Okay? Important role played by something is called level curve. What is level curve? I want those value of xy which gives the value z0. That means set of all xy such that x square plus y square equal to c. And this is called level curve of f at level c. Okay? This is circle with radius square root of z0. Okay? Let's see the definition. The definition of the level curve is a curve L in xy plane is called level curve of fxy if the value of f on every point of L is some fixed c. Okay? This is called level curve. Alright. Now, what does limit means in single variable function? This is the function y equal to fx. Single variable function. And I have discussed in my previous video about single variable function and limit of single variable function elaborately. At first I recommended you please go through this video then it will be more clear. Okay, let's see again what is the limit of single variable function. Just recall. In single variable, we looked right hand limit and left hand limit. Left hand limit means limit x approaches to negative side of our function okay, that means x approaches from this side and fx is will be closer in this circular region. Okay, this is left hand limit. Okay, and what is right hand limit? Right hand limit. Right hand limit is limit x approaches to a plus fx. That means here x approaches to a positive side of our function and fx is closer to this circular region, and if the limit exists, then limit x tends to a minus fx equal to limit x tends to a plus fx. This will be always equal. Okay, but it does not necessary the function has to be evaluated the limit point. Okay, that means x goes to a, fx equal to limit point L means whenever the input is very close to a, then the output fx is close to L. Okay, are you getting my point? Okay, and how close to L? This is called the number epsilon, and how close to A? This is called the number delta. Okay, and the precise definition is limit x goes to a fx equal to L means if for any epsilon greater than 0, no matter how close to fx to L, what value of epsilon you give, there is a number delta greater than 0 such that distance between fx minus L strictly less than epsilon whenever distance between x minus a strictly less than delta. Okay, here fx is within epsilon neighborhood of L whenever x is within delta neighborhood of A. Okay, don't get much different in function of several variable. Same definition, limit x goes to a fx equal to L means whenever x is close to a but not equal to a, then fx is close to L. Okay, here x means vector and a means vector. This is the difference function of one variable to function of several variable. Here the point is vector. Okay, this is same thing, same as one variable, just here the norm use, because here the vector 0 strictly less than norm of x minus a strictly less than delta imply fx minus L, here modulus, because here one variable, here will be one variable less than epsilon. That means whenever the distance between the vector x and the vector a is positive and less than delta, then distance between fx and L is less than epsilon. This is the definition of function of several variable. Okay, alright. Let's see this limit in two-dimensional space. This is x-axis, sorry, this is y-axis, this is x, this is z. Okay, this is a function, and let's consider this point AB. For this point, the value of f will be, this is output. Now my question, I can approach the functional output from right, left, top or bottom or any curve. Okay, and this is the difference between one variable function. Are you getting my point? Okay, and what is the mathematical definition? Suppose L is the limit point. Let's consider this point L, and limit xy approaches to AB, fxy equal to L, which imply for every epsilon greater than 0, there exists a corresponding delta greater than 0 such that fxy minus L strictly less than epsilon whenever 0 strictly less than x minus x naught x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square strictly less than delta. Are you getting my point? That means for every epsilon, this is the epsilon distance and this is L plus epsilon and this is L minus epsilon. That means for every epsilon there exists always a delta such that a disc centered at AB of radius delta such that all the points x or xy lies on this disc will be contain this epsilon band. Are you getting my point? Okay, and these meanings xy approaches to AB, it can be from this side, from this side, from this side. It can be approaches many ways. No matter what part we take toward this limit, all these part if converge to same limit, then the limit exists. Okay? And the mathematical definition is, pick any epsilon around this L, we always find a neighborhood around the point AB such that all points of the circular region always lies this band. This is the mathematical definition. Okay. Let's see limit of function of one variable. Suppose the function going along this path, then there is a hole. Then it keep going, then there is a jump. Then also it keep going. Then it may be asymptote. Okay. In middle point, the function is continuous. And what is the continuous function? What is the limit of continuous function? I will discuss in my later video. Just remind it, if pen not pick out, then the function always continuous. I am care about this point. Let this is A, this is B, and this is C. What is the meaning? Limit x goes to A fx. Let this is the function fx. Okay. Limit x goes to A fx mean limit x approaches A from left side and who is equal to, this is function of x, and limit x approaches to A plus fx. If this value always equal, then the limiting value limit x tends to A fx always exists. Okay. Let's look the graph. When x approaches to A from left side, then the functional value will be here. Let this is 2. Okay. And when x approaches to A from the right side, then the functional value will be same 2. So this limit x approaches to A fx must be exist. Okay. All right. Now let's see limit x approaches to B fx. Look the graph. When x approaches to B from left side, then the functional value will be here. And when x approaches to B from right side, then the functional value will be here. Okay. And x approaches to B from left side, the functional value, and the x approaches to B from right side, the functional value is different. So limit x approaches to B fx does not exist. Okay. Similarly, let's see x approaches to C. Look, similar thing happen here. When x approaches to C from left side, then the functional value will be infinity plus infinity, and when x approaches to C from the right side, then the functional value will be minus infinity. So similarly, a limit x tends to C fx does not exist. Okay, right. That means in single variable function, if limit exists, that means if right hand limit and left hand limit only exist, then the limit always exists. Not only exist, if the right hand limit and left hand limiting value of function always equal, then the limit of function always exists. But in multivariable calculus, this is different. In multivariable calculus, we have to show all possible path which goes to this limit. If all approaches to same value, then limit should be exist. Okay? If one part approaches different value, then the limit does not exist. Are you getting my point? Okay. Now, let's see limit of multivariable calculus. Let's look the function limit xy approaches 0, 0, x square minus y square over x square plus y square. Okay? And this is a surface on xy plane. Let's try couple of different direction to approach this limit. At first, this is xy plane. At first, let's try from this line. Okay? And this is y equal to 0. Then taking the limit x approaches to 0. Let's look the limit approaches along x axis. Then limit must be x goes to 0. Okay? And this will be x square minus 0 over x square plus 0. And the value will be 1. Okay? Now, let's try along this line. And this is the line x equal to 0. So, limit will be, here must be limit y approaches to 0. Okay? Then the limit approach along y axis. Then limit will be limit y tends to 0. 0 minus y square over 0 plus y square. This is limit y tends to 0, the value will be minus 1. Then the value will be minus 1. Here the value plus 1 and here the value minus 1. Okay? That means limit depends on direction of approaches. Okay? So, here the limit does not exist because in different direction the value is not same. value is here different. Alright, let's see another example. This is also xy approaches to 0, 0, xy over x square plus y square. Let's see the picture. If we approaches through 0, 0 along x axis, here at the point 0, 0, then here y equal to 0, here x and here y, and the limiting value here must be limit x goes to 0. Let's see along this line, then the limiting value will be limit x goes to 0, here y equal to 0, that means 0 over 0 plus y square, and this value equal to 0. And if we approach along through y axis, then the value here will be x equal to 0. Then here the limit must be limit y approaches to 0. That means for this line, limit y approaches to 0, 0 over 0 plus here x square plus 0, and this value also equal to 0. Look, here along y axis and along x axis the value are same, but interesting here, if we choose the path y equal to x, this is also approaches to 0, 0, this line also. That means if you substitute y equal to x, then here x must be goes to 0, then the limiting value will be limit x goes to 0, x times x over x square plus x square, and these values equal to limit x goes to 0, x square over 2x square, and this value equal to half. Here the value is different. That means limit depends on path. So this function limit does not exist. Are you getting my point? Okay. Let's see another example. fxy equal to xy square over x square plus y to the power 4. This is a most beautiful surface if you draw in a graph in 3D plane. Now find the value of limit at xy approaches to 0, 0. What is the value of the function? Since xy approaches to 0, 0, then here we can choose any line through the origin, and you know any line is going to origin look like y equal to mx. If you substitute this value, then limit must be as x approaches to 0. Then the value will be f of x times x comma mx. Then this is equal to x time mx এর হোল স্কোয়ার ওভার x স্কোয়ার প্লাস mx to the power 4, and this is equal to x square, here will be x এর কিউব m square over x square plus m to the power 4 x to the power 4. Then this value equal to x এর কিউব m square over x square plus m to the power 4 x to the power 4, which is equal to m square x এর কিউব m square x cube over 1 plus m to the power 4 x square times x square. And since here if we put y equal to mx, then the limit value will be along x approaches to 0, then apply the limit x goes to 0 f of x comma mx, then the value will be always 0. And if you choose other part x equal to y square, and similar way we'll get the limiting value will be 0. If we consider any other path which approaches to 0, then if you get the value is 0, then you can apply the epsilon delta definition of limit. Okay, now verify epsilon delta definition of this function. Limit xy approaches to 0 0 3x square y over x square plus y square. If this limit exists, then by definition, let epsilon greater than 0, we need to find a delta such that if 0 less than square root of x square plus y square less than delta, then 3x square y over x square plus y square minus 0 less than epsilon. What is definition? Definition is we need to find such delta. And here square root of x square plus y square, because here the point 0 0, because in definition, by definition x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square, here a b both 0 0. Okay, are you getting my point? Well, from this line we can write 3x square absolute value of y over x square plus y square, because this guy always positive, so it does not need absolute value. Similar x square and 3 always positive, so only need absolute value y. Okay, from this line this is less than epsilon. Notice we all of us know x square less than equal to x square plus y square. From this line we get x square over x square plus y square less than equal to 1. And from 1 and 2 we can write since this is less than equal to 1, then we can write this is less than equal to 1, that means less than equal to 3 absolute value of y, which is equal to 3 square root of y square, which less than equal to 3 square root of y square plus x square. Okay, and from definition of limit, this is less than delta, that means this is we can write less than 3 delta. But by definition, this is less than epsilon, but we get 3 delta. That means 3 delta equal to epsilon. That implies delta equal to epsilon over 3. Okay? Therefore, our choosable delta is delta equal to epsilon over 3. Okay? Then, if we put this value here, then we get 3x square absolute value y over x square plus y square less than 3 times epsilon over 3, which is less than epsilon. Okay? Alright. Our proof has done.